to Total Improv Live. We've got a new show for you this week, completely improvised, using your suggestions. What you say in the chat will also influence us and our scenes. We'll be chatting amongst ourselves. We'll also be doing some scene work, and we'll be acting out whatever pops into our minds, because that's how it works. There's no scripts, just us. So if you don't like it, you can watch next week again, because it won't be the same. But yeah, we're doing this all May long, so at 7 p.m. Central Time, we'll be broadcasting. You can look forward to that. So yeah, brief intro. This is Sheila. Hiya. We got Caitlin. Hey. We got Brian.
Hi.
And we got Lindsay.
Hi.
And we're all friends in the improv scene here in Chicago. And I feel like that was my great introduction to everyone. I'm giving myself a pat on the back here. In the booth, we've got the tech god, Kevin Mullaney. We don't have a camera over there for him, but just trust me, he's rocking it out. Totally rocking it out. So I invited them all here, and we're going to have some fun. Mother's Day is coming up, so I thought, hey, let's chat a little bit about that, right? Everybody loves Mother's Day. Do you guys love Mother's Day?
Well, in my family, no one wants gifts anymore. It's either gift cards or no, nothing for me, nothing for me. But you can't not get nothing for your parents. You have to at least get a card, and they just make it complicated. So I just go with gift cards. And in our family, that's perfectly
like
fine.
Home Depot or
Lowe's. I should really try that and just see how it works.
You can get everything. They're not famous. What is it?
Hey, I'm happy with like an Amazon gift card. That's perfect.
Amazon,
for me.
they have everything.
Yeah, exactly.
This is true.
Though I don't know, in my family, it's kind of like, you know, it used to be, oh, don't get me anything. But now it's kind of like expected that you don't get anything that costs too much, but you still kind of have to get something.
Yeah.
So,
it's the thought that counts.
Yeah. Well, thought, and also you have to get them something. Once you give them something, if they don't like it, so we just end up getting like IPAs for my mom, and like, you know, it's like everyone has their specific
Your mom likes
alcohol.
strong beer. So
She does. She loves a bitter beer.
everyone has their chosen booze.
It's true.
Yeah. Mom likes a hoppy ale, you know.
No, she's got Czech heritage, and her father was an orphan, and he had all these old postcards from that side of the family, and like written on the back was all this stuff that like they couldn't translate. So when my mother went to Czech, is it Czech Republic now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I almost said Czechoslovakia. That's important. When you're like raised with a parent like
yes, Czechoslovakia
you
when
know,
you were little.
it was always Czechoslovakia,
Yes.
and now I'm like, wait, what did they change to? So when they went, my mother's like brings it to the town that the family was from, and the guy who is translating for them looks at it, and he goes, oh, this is a pub, that's a pub, that's a pub. It was just all the like drinking. It wasn't these memories, or maybe they were memories, but it was all drinking memories.
That's nice. Your drinking memory sometimes goes away because of the drinking.
You need to keep those.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
those
does
cards.
remind you the next day what happened, and you have to know whether you can trust that person's version of the events or whether your version is more accurate.
Yeah. Did any of you have like your first drink with your parents? Do you guys
No.
even like remember that?
Oh,
no.
Other than communion wine.
I mean, when I was little, there was like hand you a beer, and then you'd be like, "Oh gosh, this is gross. I'm never drinking." You know,
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
tiny.
It's to teach them not to grab the beer.
Yeah. But you had your first drink with your parents?
My mom let me have a sip of raspberry wine when I was 13. And then I didn't drink till 21, and she just let me have it.
It worked then.
Yeah.
on
There
me.
you go.
Yeah.
All right. Here we've got a nice IPA for you. Since you're 13, we got an IPA. We have a raspberry Zinfandel, and we have a whole handle of Jack, and you get to pick your poison.
I want to talk to Jack.
Jack, right on. 2 shot glasses here.
You are such a cool mom.
That's, you know, I always want to be the cool mom. So whenever you're ready for cocaine, let me know, darling.
I'm ready for it now.
Well, we have to do Jack first. Jack was your, do you want to do the cocaine first?
Well, wouldn't it be fun to try both at once and then finish with a cigarette?
I haven't even done that before. Oh my gosh, you are my daughter! Oh, I didn't even have to take a maternity test. Here's my bag of cocaine because you keep it in bags. You know? Just old school money sack kind of bag that I keep it in. And then, oh look, there was a plastic bag inside because I was concerned about dampness ruining it. Now you've seen on TV how they do cocaine, right?
Well, I have, but I'm a little scared to try. Maybe you should show me first, Mom.
All right, we're gonna do this like tequila shots, except instead of salt, it's cocaine. So drizzle a little cocaine on your fingers here. Great. And switch that shot to this hand because you're gonna want to snort this one. And cheers, baby, to my
Cheers, Mom.
13-year-old baby. And then snort that up your nose. Wow! Oh, yeah! Now tell me you never want to do this again until you're 21.
Never again!
Yes!
And
scene.
Wow, it's like let's just start Mother's Day episode with a PSA on what never to do.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much what happened to me back in the day. A little sip of beer, and I was like, you know what? No crystal meth for me either.
I had like opposite experience. Like my parents don't drink, so like figuring out any of that stuff was something that I had to do very much on my own.
Second semester college.
Yeah, did it happen?
I was a day camp counselor with a bunch of rowdy people, like right after high school, but so like after high school, but not before. Whereas like,
But still, that was before being legal, right?
yes.
Oh no!
Oh no! But I mean, I don't know. I feel like most people probably get to doing that before they're 21. That's like,
Yeah, I was a little confused because I thought my parents didn't drink, but until like I became of like drinking age, or really when I went off to college and like when I would come home and then like suddenly my mom liked alcohol.
She was like sneaking it while you weren't looking as a kid.
No, I mean she always had like a bottle of Kahlua, but it like sat up there for years. Maybe she replaced it.
I'm pretty sure she was replacing it.
But yeah, but I like went away and now it's like kind of normal to drink now, and it's like
with
strange,
your parents.
just like at home.
Just
like,
casually.
It's like we can have a drink if we
7
want.
o'clock, let's
but,
have
like-
So yeah, the first time you actually see one of your parents intoxicated, I mean, hopefully, let's hope you're an adult by the time it happens, but it's like, wow, now I really know who you are, Dad. All this time has been an illusion, but now, after 3 beers, you know, as the Romans said, in vino veritas, you know, that's who you
So you learn truths.
As you know some truths. Like my dad tells even worse jokes when he's drunk. And he forgets the punchline in the middle of the joke, and then you're like, oh, everyone clap. My dad's not a comedian. He's just like any other ex-Navy guy. He's heard a million dad jokes before he became a dad, and he's trying to remember them, and it's hard.
Love it. I feel like you gotta do that.
And then the pharmacist says to the mother of 3, it's in the bag. Right?
Wait,
It's already in the bag.
but what was in the bag? Wait,
The
no.
bottle was in the bag.
So, it's a pun on bottle and how it could be a medicine, but it's. I get it now, Dad. Thanks.
You need to pay more attention.
Well, it was kind of like the rabbi joke. That one went over my head too.
Gwendolyn, you know, according to the court order, I'm not allowed to tell a joke anymore.
I'm so sorry. Did I bring up something that's hurtful to you, Dad?
You know, if you're gonna, the intersectional humanities college that you go to, maybe you could have told me people are a little more sensitive than I'm used to, and That joke was hilarious in
Yeah,
1982.
You were using some outdated terminology.
Well, the rabbi told me the joke. How was I supposed to know it was inappropriate? Come on, I'm just repeating.
We don't call them synagogues anymore.
What are they called?
Just Jewish temples.
Scene.
Man, let's see who's in the chat. Oh, hey, Adhira. And we got Orange Pitbull, what? Oh, hey, hi. Oh, and yeah, Jack is my favorite. It's true.
You already have favorites? Or these are your
Wow.
regular channel people?
Oh, no, he said like Jack Daniels.
Oh,
That's
Jack.
fair.
Oh,
They
well.
know from my previous videos and my live streams and everything that I'm partial to Jack. I once killed off a bottle and then I did a Snapchat funeral for the bottle of and I have it saved somewhere in my phone. But yeah, I basically had all of my old stuffed animals around the bottle and then they were like doing eulogies and then they sent it off. Like
Important question. Did you cremate it?
Viking funeral.
no, I mean, if they burn garbage in the dumps, then that's what happened. You know, like that's yeah. So yeah, Mother's Day.
Well, I think Mother's Day in my household was always celebrated, but as most birthdays and everything, when you get breakfast in bed, and if it was Mother's Day, it definitely had to be like an all-day thing. And it's Sunday, so you have to go to go to church or do whatever other family plans you have on Sunday. But the celebration definitely had to stretch out over the whole day to make up for the rest of the year where Mom felt underappreciated and neglected, as I think mothers do the world over.
Yeah.
And some are, and some are just some just want more breakfast in bed.
I feel like everyone always wants more breakfast in bed, though.
Some
Really,
pampering.
you know.
Mhm.
You know?
My Mother's Day in my family is like we have to be on. We have to deliver for Mom on Mother's Day. Like I and my sister are going to go home for Mother's Day in
Oh,
order
wow.
to give her Mother's Day experience. That she
Oh
wanted.
wow. Do you do chores? Is it preparing mimosas? What are you doing?
I mean, it's pretty much just being there.
Just okay.
You know, well, yeah, well, because I don't know, our family does a whole big extended family all lives nearby, so we all do this big picnic where everyone's there.
Mhm.
My mom's mom is there, so we everyone gets there. Full
Intergenerational.
attention. And going back to figuring out gift. It's more she wants to have experiences with us, and so
Oh.
figuring out the ways in order to get tickets to something that we can both go see
Oh,
together or
okay.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
there's it's a high pressure situation. You feel like you want to deliver, you know? Yeah, I remember a couple years ago there was this site called dabble.co, and I took my mom somewhere for the first time ever. You've done Dabble? You've done Dabble. And there was this pottery class mosaic thing, and you could bring your mother with. And I actually went out with my mother for the first time ever doing an activity together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And
Really
now you've got
nice.
some good trivets that you can put your
Yeah.
points in.
I gave mine to my future mother-in-law, who is now my mother-in-law, and my mom kept the one that she made for herself, and it's in the backyard.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is awesome. How's your relationship with your mother-in-law? Do you have to get her a gift now, or how does that work?
She doesn't want anything. No one in my life wants a gift from me. She's like, you are my sweetheart. You are my sweetheart.
No one in my life
Oh,
wants a
that's a
gift
gift
from me.
I'm gonna take her literally and buy her actual sweetheart candies and be like, your sweetheart. I give you my sweet. That's all she kept saying all week. It's, you're my sweetheart. You're my sweetheart. Give me your sweetheart. That's all she keeps saying.
Wow.
She
She's
wants your
one of the-
leftover Valentine's
I
cake.
think so.
Yeah, I love her. She's so nice to me and constantly wants to feed me. And I'm married to a Taiwanese guy, so she's just the cutest little Chinese woman you've ever met. She's just the most pleasant person to be around.
Oh yeah, that's part of the culture too. Is feeding people is expressing love and hospitality, and if you turn it down, it's so rude.
You must try the dumpling. You must try it. Local dumpling.
Of course.
It's very special. Has very special stuffings.
it's really good.
It
Yeah.
has sauerkraut and mustard seed and rat gut and twigs and
Did
raw
you say
bark.
rat gut?
Yes, local delicacy, hunted by my own husband.
Oh,
Is that-
Svetlana! Svetlana! He's eating rat gut dumpling?
I am, but-
Yurgi.
Oh!
I don't think I can eat another meal. We just had a 4-course meal.
We start eating as soon as we start drinking.
Yes! We will make it to 8 courses!
Go on,
8
Yurgi,
courses.
come on, have your favorite.
I
You
love
love
the dumpling is the best.
Gives you indigestion, I have the perfect thing. Raw licorice root. One
Oh.
whiff, you feel better, yes?
Honestly, Svetlana, I really appreciate this, but I think maybe I should take a break.
He wants
Oh,
to
it's
go back.
vodka time!
Yes.
Oh, I got the vodka! Oh!
Yes, thank you, Grandpa.
Oh, no problem. Oh. Grandpa Boris is best vodka drinker in our province.
Half a pint of vodka. Suit you right to the ground.
Oh, yes, we'll make everything in your stomach disintegrate.
Here
You
it goes.
drink alone. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Alone.
We want to see your
Down in
reaction.
one. Much better than American McDonald's, yes?
Yes.
Are they showing you all the love yet?
They're showing me everything. I had 3 courses of meals. I had 4 courses, then I had dumplings, and I think that last shot didn't sit well. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
You're about to die from love?
He just needs a nap on the traditional napping hammock.
Oh,
You cannot refuse the local food. If someone gives you the thing and says, this is our thing, you have to eat it.
It's true.
Now,
Yeah.
I've not traveled Asia, but my one of my cousin's fiancés did, and he was given on a bus ride, because he was a U.S. Marine in uniform, he was given an egg to eat it, and there was a bird inside, and apparently if you don't eat it, you are not a man. So he ate it, and then everyone pushed their Thanksgiving dinner away when
Wait,
he
where
told
was
this
this?
story. He was somewhere in Asia, I don't
In
remember.
Philippines, probably.
Yeah,
That's the
I-
dish there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a sign of virility, and he was expected to eat it. And they're all like, he didn't even understand, but they were like miming, like, you've got to eat this, you're going to be a
And
man.
then they're like humping the air.
I don't know. he was relating this to my family over Thanksgiving dinner, and seriously, we all lost our appetites. I was like, could you have not waited until after football? Like, I don't know why.
Oh,
But you have to eat the local thing.
It's true. Well, when I was in China, they would get mad at me because if you eat too much rice, and then you're like wasting the good stuff, and it's like, because back in the day it was so expensive to have like meat or other stuff, and so the rice is just the filler. Like when you're like, oh no, we can't afford to eat that much, so let's just fill up on rice. So it's like an insulting if you just eat the rice. You have to eat the actual food too, which I didn't realize until I got yelled at.
Yeah, I got yelled at my host mom when I was in Tokyo because, yeah, if you don't clean your plate, it's disrespectful to the chef. And so, yeah, I didn't think much of it at first, but then, like, as time went on, I quickly learned, like, you finish your plate.
Yeah.
In different countries, in Japan, I think you're supposed to leave a little. Like, it's different everywhere you go, so you gotta ask, actually.
Yeah, it's true. That's why the business culture classes are important too.
Yes.
'cause- yeah, you always have to. It's different. You might be insulting them and you lose your deal or whatnot.
Some countries are more lax, though. Like, if you go to Denmark and you refuse the licorice, they'll be like, oh, okay, whatever, we understand it's very divisive. But other countries, they'll be like, how
Where's the
dare you?
licorice from?
I don't know.
Is it
No, the Scandinavian, like, people love licorice. They all have their different recipes or whatever, but a lot of
Okay.
people, licorice is one of those foods like cilantro, whether you like it or you hate it.
That's
Yeah.
true. I'm bringing it back to mom. One, my mom loves licorice, and two, like, didn't you guys have things when you were little about like having to eat all of your food on your plate
Oh, yeah,
or
of
stuff like
course.
that?
All the
Like,
vegetables, at least, yeah.
right? Like, yeah, if you didn't eat your food in my house, you had to just sit there at the table until you did. Like,
How
my
many
little
years?
sister like would not drink her milk, and there was like a night where she just sat the entire evening at the table.
Until her bedtime?
Pretty much. we're stone cold in my house.
Tepid milk.
Although kids like more milk. And
Yeah,
it,
room temperature.
It freaks me out. I nannied for some kids who were like, please heat up my milk in the microwave, like regular milk.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, babe, what you need to know about my parents is that you have to eat everything on the table. So I know that like he didn't like the filet mignon that my mother burned, but you have to finish it.
But Betty is burnt. I don't want to
Babe,
eat.
you have to eat it anyway, otherwise we have to sit at the table all night.
We won't have to sit there all night. You're
All right, I'm
exaggerating.
back with the mashed potatoes.
Here we
Oh.
go.
They look very good.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, Mom.
I worked on them for like a couple hours earlier today. Got all the little greens
looks
out.
great.
Ah.
I'll just put some right here on my plate. So David was just telling me about how he actually loves giraffes.
I do love giraffes.
Oh.
I feel like I started when I was a kid, and my mother first took me to Toys R Us, and I saw a Jeffrey, and ever since then, I've really had this fascination with giraffes.
Giraffes? Have you ever seen them? Did you see that giraffe on the internet?
Oh, Mom, that was a lot. I cleaned my plate, but I really can't have any more.
This was really good. The mashed potatoes were delicious.
You're not gonna finish your food?
He's a slow worker, Mom. He's a slow eater. It takes him a long time, sometimes hours. Like, we'll just sit at the restaurant for hours.
You know what happens when you don't finish your food in this house.
We sit at the table until you finish the food.
You sit at the table
Well,
until
you know,
finish the food.
I wanted to know more about you, so I thought maybe I didn't want to rush dinner, because like I don't get to see you very
Well,
often.
sure. Then just buckle in. We'll sit here. We'll talk about giraffes for another couple hours.
Couple hours.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Suck it up and eat it.
Or we can make a night of it. We can tuck ourselves in. I can get some pillows. We can stay at the table till morning.
Have you ever done that?
Just once on a very rowdy night.
I was pretty young.
Your seasoning on the steak is quite.
There's only 3/4 left, babe. You can do it. You can do it.
What did you use again?
Cilantro.
You know, cilantro is one of those ingredients that some people can't taste how horrible it is, and
Kind of
some
like
people
licorice,
can.
Mom. Oh, he didn't mean it was your dish was horrible.
No,
It's
your
just
your,
cilantro.
your your dish is very well seasoned. I think I just might be reacting to the cilantro in an adverse way. But
Averse.
you know,
Averse.
Mom, we don't want to hurt you.
it's really good.
He's
and
really liking it. He's just going
I
slow. Mom, don't
love
cry,
the
because
mashed
when you cry, it
potatoes.
makes me cry.
No, it's
and
good.
then I
It's
feel
good.
bad about all the times I had to sit at the
But,
table when I was younger, and that one
No.
time when I was at the
It's
table,
good.
I
I'm
told you
eating.
I had because it's
Mm.
so
Oh my god. Sympathetic emotion.
My mom would get actually offended if I wouldn't take food. Every time I visit my mom, she tries to give me half the fridge to take back home to my husband. And she gets mad,
Aw.
and you can see the hurt in her eyes if I don't take these
Aw.
granola bars or this chicken she made.
Just trying to take good care of
Like
you,
a 12-pack of Coke. You need a 12. She's
Isn't
pretty
it
much
funny?
my grocery store.
Like when you're a kid, if you were like, hey mom, like I'm gonna need like some Coke and granola bars, they'd be like, no, you'll spoil your dinner. But now they're like, here, I went to Costco, just take this.
Yeah.
Yes.
My father, starting in college, would mail me beef jerky. Now I wish those days were still here, because now he found flat rate shipping and he will ship me like 25 cans of tuna. Tuna casserole at my house anytime you're in Chicago. I mean, they just have to do it. And they definitely never did that when I was in school. When dinner time was dinner time, like snacks were a luxury, no soda, like, but parents.
Oh, hey, Patrick. Hi. Mother's Day would be really confusing for an amoeba. Yes, that's true, yeah.
Oh, parthenogenesis.
Hey, going, hi, chauvinism. LNG channel, hey. Cool. We got people watching and chatting sometimes.
Cool. That's awesome.
I never really
Yeah.
thought about Mother's Day for amoebas.
Yeah.
Mitosis, parthenogenesis, anything we don't have a mom.
Oh.
Happy Mother's Day to me.
Happy Mother's Day to me.
Happy Mother's Day to me.
It was to me.
To me. To me. Guys, look. I'm the one in the reproducing part of the cell. So I'm pretty sure it's actually to me.
But I'm the one that came first, so I'm pretty sure it's actually to me.
And scene.
I think
I
that's
like
it.
the flagello work.
Now, that was amoebas are the ones that just like divide themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I was like, I get this scene. At least I think that's what No, yeah, that would be.
Do you guys remember like high school science class and you're like, well, will I need this? Will this be my career or will I never use this?
Oh yeah.
Mitosis was one of those.
Oh yeah.
I had a real prankster as a biology teacher.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, by means of spores. When I was in college, that was always the answer. So remember, guys, by means of spores. And he had on the test, there was a thing that we never say that we would never have known it. But if you put by means of spores, you got it right. And then he literally on our final, he did a whole page of true and a whole page of false just to see if we would get in our heads and be like, can't be, and switch it up. He was that way.
That's a real mind game.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I had a teacher in college that he gave us a weekly quiz. It was kind of like an attendance quiz. And it was things relevant to the chapter at the time. And then one of them would always be a joke question. And the only one, they were always really absurd. And the only one I remember was who's buried in Grant's tomb, which is like that classic, one of those classic dad things. And I wrote the President and Mrs. Ulysses S. Grant, because that's the fact of it. They're buried together.
They're both there?
And then as soon as everyone handed in their papers, he looked up at me during the class and goes, they're both in there? And everyone went, damn it. Not that they got points off. Sometimes be philosophical in nature.
I had a teacher in college that I absolutely loved. He was my speech teacher who became my speech team coach. And he had a rule. If you're going to be late, it's because you're getting him a treat. So if I was running late, I'd bring a Snickers bar or a bag of chips and never got tardy. So I had 100% attendance. Oh, Crystal. Nice for you to join us.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
Well, we're 10 minutes into the quiz. I hope you have a little something for me as a reason why you're so late.
I've been having a problem with my attendance. I know, so I've been keeping something on me just in case.
Oh, no.
Okay. Dropping my book. I'm looking forward to this.
Here is a sack of gold.
Wow. It's real.
Am I good? Does that buy me like one tardy or like can
That'll
I
buy
be
you
tardy this whole month?
That'll buy you a half tardy.
A half? Okay.
It's only one bag of gold.
Professor McComb, we're late again, so here's a half-eaten Snickers bar.
Thank you.
Full off? Full off, thanks.
See, she knows what I want.
What? I don't have any snacks. I'm doing a whole 30 and I can't have any sugar. Do you want like
You got gum?
Do you want like $1? That's equivalent to the Snickers bars.
I don't know.
Out in the
Hey, Professor.
Oh.
I couldn't finish my coffee, so I thought you'd like it. Sorry I'm late.
Oh,
Full
thank you. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Wait, no tardy there.
There's a Gap gift card.
Yeah. Gold and a Gap gift card?
Oh, I can switch you if there's.
Will you
no-
also? I mean, will
I
you?
could use the gold, honestly.
Well, I'll make make a deal with you. I will take the gift card and the gold with my coffee and my Snickers if you read my palm and tell me something good about my fortune, and then you will not be tardy. And you have 10 minutes left to finish this test, so make it good.
Great. You're gonna be super popular in the next 3 weeks.
Really? With who?
With
Is it Janet from chemistry?
with Janet from chemistry.
Really?
Yes.
She's a smart lady.
I'm an expert at reading palms.
All right. Go take your test.
Thank you.
Scene.
Do you guys believe in that palm reading stuff?
A little bit.
Vickie, tell us a time you relied on someone in using their sight beyond sight. That's a term from Thundercats, by the way.
What's Thundercats? Oh gosh.
Oh
did I-
my God.
Oh!
Internet. Okay, so no, palm reading, future telling, crystal balls, runes, whatever. Has anyone ever predicted your future?
I mean, I've had readings, but they're more like about your personality and your
Let me
personality
see
changes.
your hand.
Oh, yes.
I don't know much. I only know one thing. This is your lifeline, and
Yeah.
it's actually pretty strong.
Mine's very
It
strong.
has an interesting break right here, though. I don't know what that means, but I know the strength means something good, because in my family, everyone lives into their 90s, and mine goes all the way off into my wrist.
I think aren't
Mine's
the
a little short.
lines on your
Now
left hand
we gotta figure
supposed
this out.
to be your marriage line?
Yeah.
Is
Right.
this
Don't
one?
have
This
any
one's
lines
your
in my-
love. Yeah. No line.
No.
You don't even have
You have
prints.
prints.
I'm gonna have
This line is about as long as most of my relationships, so.
What if my line have like a finger at me?
I was once asked to do a gig where I impersonated a fortune teller. Now, everyone there was like circus clowns, acrobats, whatever, jugglers, painters. And I was asked as an actor to imitate a fortune teller and go around and do cold readings. So I did this BS accent and walked around and did it, and I just cold read people. I just said, this guy's successful, and I would say things like, you must have had a really good mentor when you were younger. And the friend always tells you, they're like, yeah, oh my God, I know. And once you're on it, like, you can just read someone's whole situation. And I was reading everyone's stuff, and of course the women were coming up and being like, when am I gonna meet Mr. Right? I'm like, tonight, he's over there by the auction table. And then somebody led me over to this really old guy, and I just saw all this sadness in his eyes, and I was just like, I know you were born in about 1922, and whoo boy, have I got some. And I was just like, well, you're surrounded by friends and family or whatever, but usually you can kind of egg people on what they want to hear.
You're the fortune teller.
Yes, I am.
I only.
It says on the window, fortune telling, $60 an hour. That's my flat rate. I expect the cash up front. Only cash only. Oh, thank you. Big stack of ones. Thank you. Not gonna bother to count them because I know.
You knew I was coming.
I knew you were coming, and I know there's 60 in the stack.
You probably know my name.
Stephanie.
Wow, close. People just call me Steph.
Yep. When I go by the formal, that comes into my mind.
You're real polite.
I get impressions, darling. Like the impression I have that you're a lady with gorgeous hair
Oh.
and you're looking for love.
Yes, Madame Rose Quartz, I am. Madame Rose Quartz, I need to know.
Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mademoiselle. I need to know if is he close? Is he far? Do I need to change jobs? Where do I need to go to find Mr. Right, or at least Mr. Half Decent?
Let me pull out my crystals. You see how they're evenly spaced?
Yes.
That means he's an even distance from your heart.
What?
The man you're searching for, he's evenly misplaced. If you were to go outside, on some days you may see him, on other days you may not.
So he's around my neighborhood periodically.
He commutes.
All right, come on through, children. Come on through. Safe crossing. Look both ways. Look both ways.
Oh, hi. Hi. Looking both ways.
You need to cross the street?
Looking right here.
Maybe you're on the right side of the street.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I get off around 4:30, and I only work 5 days a week, so
Really?
yeah. You know,
Well,
if you're ever on the other side of Maple, I could walk you all the way to Sycamore. Without leaving my job. I only work 16 hours a week for these kids, so
that's so sweet. You have
yeah.
such a good heart and beautiful green eyes, like
Yes, I
an
do.
emerald.
And like a green light, you better get on the other side of the...
I'm getting on the other side. I just.
Wait, I never got your name.
Oh, names aren't important. All you need to know is that our future is foretold.
That gypsy lady was right!
And
Scene! Oh, I loved it. That was a lot of fun, guys. Well, I think we've come to the end of our stream here, but thank you everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Love the lively chat. Super. So they just pop up when they get an idea. Yeah, that's generally what we do. As soon as we get an idea, we pop up and we do a scene. Improv! Yay! So if you look down in the description box, you'll see that I've included a little bio for everybody, as well as a link to their social media or a website, whatever they sent to me to send to you. So if you go and you please check them out. Also check out the Improv Resource Center where we're at right here performing, because Kevin Mulaney does all sorts of cool improv classes and workshops, and he does some streaming too on his Twitch site. So you can check that out if you want to see more improv. Also, make sure to come back next week, same day, same time, 7 p.m. Central, because we'll have another live stream. Yay, cool. I think I hit everything. So